And Republic TV has accessed the letter that was presented in the Supreme Court today by Mukul Rohatgi. This is the letter by B.S. Yeddyurappa in which he claimed majority, in which he said that yes, the mandate in Karnataka is against the Congress. That is the letter that we are showing to you on your screens. We've accessed an exclusive copy of the same. We have our editor Niranjan joining us from the newsrooms in Mumbai. Niranjan, over to you. If you could take us through the details of this letter that was also presented in the Supreme Court earlier today.
Well, this was the letter that the Supreme Court asked for. Remember that midnight marathon, hearing that was conducted. The Supreme Court had asked the government of Karnataka to produce these letters. The letters written by Yeddyurappa to the governor, staking claim, claiming majority. Now we've accessed those letters. Now in the letter, Yeddyurappa wrote to the governor. He said, "I'm pleased to bring to your kind notice that the elections held to Karnataka Legislative Assembly on the 12th of May. Results are out. BJP has emerged as the single largest party by winning 104 seats out of 224. Elections, of course, to 222 have taken place." He also says that he's been elected as unanimously as the BJP legislature party leader, and that the resolution passed to this effect is enclosed. The people of state of Karnataka have elected BJP as the single largest party. Being the single largest party, BJP has a rightful claim to form the government. He said, being the single largest party, BJP has a rightful claim to form the government. As per the law and judicial precedents, the BJP, being the single largest party, is required to be invited to form the government. I am confident that I will be able to prove my majority on the floor of the House and provided a stable government. Now, remember, the entire claim has been, because the Congress asked if he wrote a letter, if he had proof, if he had the numbers. And we have the letter written by Yeddyurappa to the governor where he says, and I quote, "I'm confident that I will be able to prove my majority on the floor of the House and provide a stable government. I have the support of others and requisite majority. Hence, I humbly request Your Excellency to invite me to form the government." Now, there was a letter written earlier as well. Of course, that was the appointment letter where on the 15th, the BJP General Secretary wrote to the governor saying that we seek your urgent appointment, and they had told that Yeddyurappa and Anand Kumar and senior leaders would be present. But more importantly, I think this is the letter we have to tell our viewers. This is the letter that the Congress party was asking for, where the BJP had staked claim in front of the governor, and the BJP had told the governor that in their argument on why Congress and JDS should not come to power, the BJP had argued, as you are aware, people of Karnataka elected BJP, and our party has emerged the single largest. There was no pre-poll alliance in the just concluded elections between Indian National Congress and Janata Dal Secular. Our party is in a position to form the government in Karnataka. We are willing to prove a majority on the floor of the House. So in the first letter written on the 15th of May 2018, on the day of counting, at the end of the day, BJP had already written a letter claiming that they had the numbers required to form the government. And Yeddyurappa told the governor that he had the requisite numbers, and his argument for not allowing Congress and JDS to form the government was that there was no pre-poll alliance between INC and JDS. He says, as per the decision of the Supreme Court of India in the case of S.R. Bommai, a 9-judge bench has underlined the significance of a floor test when there are claims by two political groups, by laying down that floor test must be conducted by the governor as soon as possible. He also said, therefore, our party requests you to allow us to form the government and prove our majority on the floor of the House. So it's essentially on the 15th, on the day of the counting, he wrote to the governor. He said, he referred to the Supreme Court judgment in the case of S.R. Bommai. He said a 9-judge bench had said when there is a clash between two political groups, floor test must be conducted as soon as possible. So the entire stand of the Congress party that they're trying to delay it may be negated by this letter where Yeddyurappa and the BJP had said, we have the numbers, let us conduct the floor test as soon as possible. So we've accessed this letter, and this is the letter that the Supreme Court had asked the BJP to produce.
Right, Niranjan, stay with us. We also have Nalini and Rhythm joining us on this broadcast. Now, Nalini and Rhythm have been following the hearing in the Supreme Court. They got us minute-by-minute updates earlier this morning, going across to both Nalini and Rhythm. Rhythm has some breaking news with her on the Congress's strategy when it comes to the pro tem speaker. But coming to Nalini first, Nalini, the argument in the Supreme Court put forth by the Congress today was, where are the signatures? Where are the names? where is the proof? Now, this is the letter that we've accessed of B.S. Yeddyurappa that was written on the day of the results, where he came out and said that, yes, I have majority. And he also spoke about how Karnataka voted for the BJP and how the mandate was against the Congress. This was the claim that was constantly contested by the Congress, where they wanted to see the letters. Over to you, Nalini, with all the details of, if you could take our viewers through what happened in court earlier today.
Being made by both sides, that the other side in fact does not have the signatures. That is what the Congress was talking about the BJP as well, even though the BJP was claiming to have the numbers, was claiming to have the majority. In addition to that, surprisingly enough, even the BJP came and stated the same thing, that despite the fact that Congress was saying they had the MLAs behind them, they only had the names of the MLAs and not their signatures. Of course, Kapil Sibal tried to rebut that, saying that each MLA did not have to sign it on his own. There was a resolution passed, which means that all MLAs support the resolution, and hence through the resolution support the JDS. But despite that, the letter that was submitted to the governor did not have the signatures. So this is an argument that is being made by both sides, of course. Whether or not the governor accepts it needs to be seen. But despite that, the D-Day is tomorrow at 4 p.m. when the floor test actually happens.
Nalini,